Okay. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Let's talk a little bit of mini pocket guns today, specifically snubbies. What is old has become new again. This little Smith & Wesson Performance Center has been traveling around with me 15 or 20 years. I love this little blaster, as do I enjoy this little Ruger. I have many snub guns. I was just talking to my buddy Brian Eastridge today. Brian's one of the guys behind American Fighting Revolver. And it's kind of fun, the cyclical things that happen in life, right? Sunglasses. I've been wearing Ray-Bans for years because I'm not fashionable enough, but then they became fashionable again, and now I think they're out again, but that's okay. It's what I like. That's what I wear. Biting flies out here. It's a hot day, the first day of actual summer, June 21st, 2024. And on a day like today, you may have on something like a biting fly, as well as maybe a looser fitting shirt. It's hot, right? It's interesting to me when people talk about summer, winter guns. I don't normally subscribe to that theory. I try to subscribe to the John Bianchi idea, which is one gun, one holster all the time. One gun, one holster all the time. But there are many times that this is all you get. Going to the beach, going to the gym, you're out going for a walk and you've just got on jogging pants and you can't hide that Glock 34 with a light on it and all that other good stuff. Yes, you could go get a Filster, a Enigma or something like that, but not everybody can afford a couple $100 holster. Some of us own these guns. You might as well use them. I have maybe 10 different snubby variations, from just old-fashioned Colt blued detective specials to more modern stuff like the Ruger here. Can you get good hits with them? Yes, you can get hits at 50, 100 yards and beyond. Does the round have any efficacy at those distances? That's really not what we're going to discuss. Let's talk about these for practical purposes of self-defense. Let's say inside 20 yards. Yes, you can most definitely do good work with them. A little revolver, just like a rifle, shotgun, or full-size pistol, has a certain way that we need to interact with it. You'll notice as I'm trying to run this gun, because I shoot semi-autos mostly, I want to come back to my thumbs forward grip. No, if I do this with this little revolver, it's not going to blow my thumb off. But if I have my thumb up here by the forcing cone, there's a good chance I could get burned. And if we start talking about Magnum calibers, 357, 44, and of course the big hunting loads, which 44 and 357 can be used for hunting, but like the 454 Casull, the 460, the 500, yeah, you can cause some major damage. So that thumbs forward grip that we use with a semi-auto is not always the best thing for a snub. I'm going to grab the little Smith here because it's got a little bit less of a handle on it. And the way that I really like to grip these things, if I can get a two-hand grip, is my thumb over the support hand. When we go back to Bianchi's idea of one gun, one holster all the time, if I'm training all the time with the semi and I go to draw this, I've done it out here today just in practice, I come back to my two-hand grip. My brain is doing what I taught it to do. It is hard to jump back and forth. Some guys like this curled up, thumbs curled forward grip. This is not a bad way to go. It allows the trigger good movement, and again, depends on the size of your hand, the grip, all those things matter. But the thumbs curled down is a nice option as well. Keeps you compact, keeps you tight, and it's basically that thumbs forward grip. Nah, I shouldn't say basically at all. This finger rolls down. Yes, I know my finger's on the trigger. I'm doing this so I can show you that if I pinch my thumbs down like this, I need to come down tight enough that my thumb doesn't impact the trigger. I'm alone out here on the range today other than being eaten alive by biting flies. So don't freak out about any of that. So let's work with two main grip styles. Dominant hand thumb comes down, impacts middle finger of the dominant hand. The side of the thumb is going to be tight into the frame. The other hand comes around and we are tight knuckle over knuckle, and I put thumb on top of thumb. Do you see that? And if we switch hands here, same thing. This thumb rolls down, this hand wraps, and I'm thumb on top of thumb. Make sense? If I come to a single-handed shooting stance, as you just saw me do, why don't we reload these blasters real quick? All right, we changed the little camera angle of the dangle. I just want to demonstrate these grips and we can kind of see what's going on in recoil. So we'll grab the little Smith. I'm going to do thumbs forward grip just so we can see nothing terrible happens to us. Pressure, 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 shot breaks. I'm now going to curl thumb down to the middle finger of the dominant hand. I'm going to completely wrap thumb on top of thumb. See that now? I want to make sure that we see that. And I'm gripping tightly. This little gun's going to want to walk out. Then, third option, and there's nuances to this, but I've got that thumb over the back of my other hand. Now, there's a specific spot that we've got to be in here. If I come up too high, I'm going to block my sights. So nobody's behind the camera, guys. Don't freak out. If I come up too high, I'm going to block the sights. Right here, I can easily see the sights. You guys see that? So watch this in recoil. Looks pretty good, right? Hand size, grip coefficient, how you've learned your flexibility of your hands. Damn it, I just dropped a round inside the barrel. Well, that sucks. Grip coefficient, all those good things. Very nice. Let's add a little training-ism here, something we can do to train. So it just so happens I dropped a round through the open top of the barrel. Here's a great way you can train with revolvers, just like we would with a snap cap with a semi-auto. Load an empty chamber or two, and let's work on perfect or as near perfect trigger press without disturbing the sights as possible. It'll look something like this. Ooh, did you see that? So I came to my empty chamber. That's what we're looking for. Now, you will notice sometimes if you watch a shooter that shoots quite a bit, I shoot quite a bit, empty chamber like that, you may see a little dip and you're going, oh, he anticipated. Actually, what you'll notice, and I've watched world champions do this, far better shooters than I, what you might be seeing on a subconscious level after the shot breaks, that shooter driving the sights back to the target. Why is this relevant? Well, because you got to, if you're going to dry fire, you've got to properly analyze what's happening. How will you know which it is? Because you're going to shoot paper and you're going to analyze where your shots go. Paper targets do not lie. Put a small finite aiming point out there, something maybe as big as a quarter or a nickel, a Post-it note, something small, and shoot at it. And if your shots are driving left, low left, in different areas, you're doing that. Either you're misaligning the sights, either your sights are not registered correctly aligned on the gun, they're not zeroed correctly, you are misreading where to hold them, or you are disturbing the axis of the bore during the firing process. Let's move the camera again. Here's the plastic tray from one of my ammo boxes. We're at about 15 yards here. Let's see if we can hit it. See if I can line up these sights without blocking your view. I can't. What if I come here? Can you still see? Woohoo! The gun will do it. The gun will do it. Can you shoot these guns relatively quickly? Let's see. I think you can. Getting hot. I think you can. Little pocket carry action. Can of semi. In a If all else fails, boys. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hit stuff? Sighted, hip shooting like you just saw? Yeah, these guns will do pretty much anything you train yourself to do with it. There's no magic tricks. It's an old technology. Some of the things we want to think about are ammunition. I carry Supervel. There's a lot of guys that carry wad cutters, old coppers, because there wasn't good ammo. Ammo technology, projectile technology has increased light years in the last 20 or 30 years. Good ammunition does a lot to help you stop bad guys with these things. They can get the job done if you put the time in. Not an in-depth video, more of kind of a conversational, let's just get eaten by flies on the range and shoot a few rounds with your friends from YouTube. I dig you guys. I appreciate that we get to have some fun like this. I appreciate that you care enough about what we're doing out here to join us. If this stuff is valuable, share it. If you've got questions, comments, thoughts, put it in the comments section. Here's my overarching goal, guys. Live a long, full life. Pass on whatever useful information was given to me by men better than I to whoever can access it and use it. Do right. Be a good member of this republic. Be well regulated. Well regulated did not mean red tape. Well regulated also did not mean you own a safe full of firearms. Well regulated meant responsible. It meant ready. It meant trained. It meant orderly. Orderly. That's part of what it meant. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Don't be disorderly. Don't seek violence for no reason. If violence comes and you can't stop it, if you can't dissuade it, if you can't leave and you are forced to fight, fight with fervor. Train with excellence so that if that day comes, you win. You go home to your family. Be well. Don't be dickheads. Tell somebody you love them. Come check us out in the class, CarryTrainer.com. And hey, if you like the shirt I was wearing today, Dan Hart Jiu Jitsu. Check it out.
Oh, hey.